We're on. Go ahead, girly.
Hey! I just saw my little record button like pop up. So, all right. So the whole purpose of this team, and actually we've been talking like all week about it, and all of us are kind of excited because all of us bring something different to the table. Whether it's people with marketing skills, whether it's people have life skills of different things that they've gone through. Where mine is, I had stomach issues. Melissa actually has the same stomach issues that I had, but the reverse effects that what I had. So it's kind of crazy. We had the same exact thing, but two separate problems with the same stomach condition. We have Carrie that has, skin sensitivities, and she was also watching her, sugar level. We have also Melissa and my cousin Katie and Amber with tons of marketing experience, and we have Kristen that is able, she's at home, she works at home. She has the access and the drive to just, work social media. Same thing as Amber. And we have Kate that has all this, makeup experience and has two little ones. And so we have across the board this team that we are looking at all of these people and basically pulling our strengths and building us into one unit, so that when we have someone that decides to come on and say, okay, look, I want to try the Arbonne pack, or I want to do the Arbonne lifestyle. They're not just getting one coach, they're getting 6 of us, or 7 of us, or 8 of us, or however big we build our team, so that if you come across someone that doesn't, you're not used to that condition, they can reach out to each one of us, if that's what their goal is. If their goal is just to be healthy with nutrition, we have people that have walked the path, that are still living the lifestyle, that love the lifestyle, that believe in promoting the lifestyle. And and then we have others that say, okay, well, you know what, I'm good on nutrition. I feel that I'm good on nutrition. However, I use the skincare because, this what works for my skin. Or someone that same with the makeup, so we have the ability, and all of us are strong women. We're all go-getters. We all have a drive that you can't change, like you can't train in someone. Either you have it or you don't, so that is why, I look at all of you ladies as this. I know that this team will be dynamic because all of us have the same value, the same work ethic, and there's nothing that's going to stop us. We put our heads together. We can blow this out of the water. We can do events together. We can do, makeup tutorials together. And that's another thing, in all of us, yes, it does cost. Investing in your own business costs. However, I just got a whole bunch of makeup stuff. Allison has a bunch of makeup stuff. Somebody can get the skin, the skincare line stuff, and the nutritional stuff. And you just kind of, if we pull together and power in numbers, we're gonna kill this. We're gonna rock this. And that, and just the drive that I get from Allison and Joy, it's contagious. Like, it is so contagious that I look at these two women and see that their partnership, their teamwork, and I'm like, oh, we need to do this. We do this.
It is contagious.
It's so contagious. And we
Allison, you can take the floor, and then Joy, you guys got it.
Absolutely. Well, we really appreciate you so much, and I love your passion and your drive and determination. And I'm just really blessed that we got connected through our job. And in this world we live in, it is all about connections, right? And building relationships and offering solutions and being there for each other and growing together and making the best of our lives. And, I didn't always think that way. I've known that I've had a dream personally in my heart. So, that I was meant for more, and grew my faith in that. But until I was introduced to Arbonne by Joy, she messaged me and said, "Hey, can I come over and give you a facial?" And this was right after I got out of the hospital. I had my daughter. So for a little bit of my story and how Arbonne has blessed my life is that I had unexplained infertility, and it took me and my husband 11 fertility attempts to have our daughter. We had a miscarriage at number 3, and I lived on bed rest in the hospital for 7 weeks in order to have her. And that changed everything once I became a mom. And then Joy messaged me. And throughout all of that, I've always had a positive and optimistic attitude, but I never really took the time to invest in myself to grow. And so when Joy came over and gave me a facial, I aligned with what she was telling me regarding Arbonne and skincare, and that we don't test on animals and some of the core values that this company has. But also I saw it in the beginning really as a solution to be able to just really switch my products from what I was using, that I was already buying in the store anyway, to something that served me, that was healthy for my body. And so when I jumped in with the 30 Days to Healthy Living about 3 years ago, that really changed. I mean, that took things to like the next level, because then there was this connection between my physical body and my health. And I started to feel better, and I started to gain more confidence and more energy, and then started to kind of be coachable and learn about this profession that we're in with network marketing and social marketing, and learned a lot. And then I was introduced to personal growth and development, which in order to grow a business, in order to be better, you have to invest in yourself. And a lot of times that get lost along the way. Sometimes as women, we beat ourselves up, and, we want to provide for our family and ourselves, but, that little mind gets in the way. And so being introduced, that's another gift that Arbonne has given me. And what, I really love about this in our company and where we're going is that it's really a tool. It's a lifestyle. It's an opportunity to become the best version of yourselves. I mean, we all have skin, right? We all take showers. We all, use these products every single day. And when you look at healthy living from the inside out, there's no other, there's no other solution that's out there quite like what Arbonne gives. And even more than that, I have fully 100% experienced that this opportunity is, Arbonne really represents a personal growth and development company wrapped around products, really wrapped around things that we use every day. And I love the culture as well. And so being able to be led into your life, Toni, and seeing the impact and drive and passion that you have, and seeing how Arbonne has changed your life personally, and seeing how it's impacted other people's lives. That's really what the gift of this opportunity is. And so I'm so grateful that Joy asked me. That's all it took, just asking. I was in her network. She knew me, and she just asked. That's what we do. We live our lifestyle, and then we ask people to take a closer look. And I'm so glad that she asked me. And that I started with the skincare, and then got the healthy living going, and then now I just love the opportunity. So I'm going to pass it over to her, because she's going to talk about, our greater team mission, just an overview of why Arbonne, and tell you a little bit about her story. So, hey, Joy.
Yay! I love it. And I know for any of you who don't have curly hair, it's funny you were saying we all use these products. And I was thinking, and we all have curly hair on screen today.
Curly hair right here, right now.
Yeah. So, and I know I'm kind of a new face probably to most of you, because, Allison's been the one really guiding and coaching Toni from the beginning here. So I'm excited to introduce myself and put myself in the mix here, and to just welcome you guys to just this bigger picture of Arbonne and what we have to offer. I mean, I know you guys already know about the product and love the product and the concept of it. If you're not using it yet, it sounds like most of you already are in some way, shape, or form. And if you're not yet, then I know you've probably been turned on to it from Toni and just her passion for it. Because and that's, I love what Allison said about, it's really just about having a brand that you can trust. And it is, it's one of these are everyday expenses, that we have as everyday normal people. And it's just awesome to have the brand that we can all trust. So it's, the bigger picture with Arbonne, I'll just kind of share my story. It's funny. I'm very different. Allison took a while to come around to the business side, but I was one of those strange birds that
I'm taking our picture.
Yeah. Oh, fun. I was one of the strange birds that actually jumped into the business right away, right after I found out about Arbonne, because I was already like Toni said, I had that drive. Like I wanted that ownership of my own thing, and already knew that I didn't want to work for other people for the rest of my life. And when I first got introduced to Arbonne, I had a lot of skin issues at that time and a lot of digestive issues. And so when I first just learned about the product philosophy and really what the company was all about, and also caught the vision of I never thought that you could make these businesses like a real thing. Like I always thought they were just, for a little extra side money, whatever, which is great. Like if that's all you want it for, but I wanted something bigger. And so when I actually had looked, because I had played around with some other businesses, they just weren't the right fit for me. But then when I found this one and I looked at the compensation and I just looked at the purity factor and how I had never considered skincare or cosmetics as a health factor before, and it was just a new concept to me. And I just got really excited about sharing that with other people. And when I saw how the business model worked, I was like, all right, I'm in, because this is a concept where it starts with you becoming healthier, using a great product that's safer for you and your family, and then just sharing the opportunity with other people. And then it's the same thing with the business. And I love what Allison said, and I know this is what drives Toni too, and why she's invited you all on today, is because it's really about, how can we help enrich your life in one way, shape, or form through, whether that's just through the product or whether it's through the opportunity. I know you guys are all here to, talk to look further at the opportunity, going in the team. And that's what I love about this. It's really about empowerment. And my team name. Oh, hi, are you Jordan?
Mini me.
Hi, Mini me. I'm Joy.
Haven't met Sydney yet. And Joy, this is my youngest daughter, Sid.
Hi, Sid. It's nice to meet you. Oh, she has straight hair. It's really pretty. Okay.
It's not.
But
oh,
it's cute. Okay. So yes, and I'm a squirrel. I will go different directions. I'm gonna try to stay focused. But yes. So my team name is actually Dare to Be, because that's really what Arbonne is all about to me. Is about just daring to be everything that you feel like you want to be, that you feel like you're called to be, that you feel like that you have that little thing in you that just wants to make a positive impact. That's really what Arbonne has always been about to me. And so I'm just really excited to share this bigger picture with you guys. And I'm going to actually screen share this great little overview sheet that we have, and it'll just kind of give you some visuals. And then what we'll plan to do is just kind of reconnect with each of you guys individually after this, so that we can figure out where you're at and where you might want to go from here with this. But I'm going to pull my screen so you guys let me know if it shows up right. So does that look right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, cool. So yeah, just kind of, this is, I love what this just talks about, because, time is our most valuable asset, right? And so kind of going back to my story, I got into this, one, because I wanted that ownership and I wanted to make a positive impact on people. But I also got into it because when I saw the compensation and I saw how it was a residual income build, and that I would be able to, have that income flow coming in even when I wasn't working, that was important for me, because I knew I wanted flexibility as a mom. So I started this business 2 years before I had kids, and that was 15 years ago. And it's the best decision I've ever made professionally, because I've been able to, by the time my daughter was born 13 years ago, I had replaced enough of my income to be fully present at home, raising them, but building an amazing business along the side. So I've been with this for 15 years, just so you guys know. So you have a good, strong team here between the three of us. But it's one of those things. This is a scalable thing. So you can do as much or as little as you want with this. And so it could be that extra little side money to, maybe chip away at some debt, have some extra spending money for whatever, vacations, holidays, right? Or it could be like big picture. Like if you need to replace the 6-figure income, if you want to have an exit strategy, like that's Allison's plan. As much as she loves working with you guys, long-term big picture, a couple years down the road is like full ownership, right? So it's, and full flexibility. And so for me, I'm actually able to pursue these other passions that I have with singing and advocacy work and volunteering at the yin yang for everything. That's my bigger vision. And so it's great because I have that time flexibility to do that. So it is one of those things when you first start out, and even still to like this day, I don't work full time. I mean, there's some weeks because I'm pushing for a big goal where I'm putting in a little more time, but it's like a 1 to 10 hour a week thing. So it's really based on whatever you want to get out of it. That's how we work with everybody. Low startup, that's huge because it's really about investing in yourself first, right? Like we said, with the products, just you using it so that you can have an authentic testimony to share and authentically guide people through the products yourself because you've used it. And you've gone, through the 30-day program or skincare, like Toni was saying. But the cool thing is compared to doing a traditional startup, so much is done for us, right? So we have this amazing corporate home office that does all our marketing materials, like this page right here is done. Didn't have to create it myself, and we get free business coaching from, with us, with your support, your immediate support team. But then we have this whole big VP team that we pull from. So wherever you are in your business, even to this day, for me being in business 15 years, I have other colleagues and partners and mentors that I can pull from when I need a strategy or a shift in my business. And so it's constant mentorship that never goes away, and it's all free. And tax benefits are definitely a plus. Earn while you learn. That's the other cool thing, is it's you don't have to wait until you know everything to really start capitalizing on the opportunity. It's as soon as you just start sharing your love for the product, you can start creating that income flow. And but the magic is in the compounding. It's kind of like the compound interest effect is right? We all have our own personal network, right? So it starts with us, but then we all each know, gosh, at least several hundred people. And out of those several hundred or 1,000, however many people, I mean, just look at your, Facebook page, your work life, your school life, church, whatever, all these different networks you have. And, out of each circle, there's going to be, at least a handful, that will take a look and jump on the product or the opportunity. And then they all have their own networks, right? So it's kind of like the telephone thing, right? as it goes out, that's building a network of consumers, clientele, of, and then of other partners. That's the compound benefit. It's just a lot of people doing a little bit, a lot of people switching their brand, going through the program, using the skincare. So it's not all on you to create this huge mass volume yourself. It's just creating a network of consumers and partners. And so that's kind of what that looks like. And I love this, down here where it says, did you know about wage income versus asset income? This is huge because, it's we're so conditioned, for working in a corporate environment or even just retail environment. Usually you're working X number of hours to make X number of dollars, right? And then if you're salaried, you could work all the overtime in the world and not get any benefit from it. Whereas with asset income, it's, basically, like I said, it's leveraging your time where you have this network of folks who are, using the product, benefiting from it, sharing it with other people. And every time that product gets shared, then you're getting compensated because you were kind of the original connector. So it's such a brilliant compensation plan. So it's kind of like getting paid royalties on a book or on a CD. It's every time that gets ordered, you're going to get compensated. And so you're making money when you're not actually working in an hour. And the other thing is like, we all only have so many hours in a day, right? Whereas this, it's like, it doesn't boil down that way. It's because it's, you know, you're leveraging your time by having a network, then it becomes exponential, right? So, so that's the idea of asset income. And then just so you guys know, I don't know who's seen this and who hasn't, but this is just kind of a breakdown of what is possible, you know, as you move up the ranks and the different levels of income. So, you know, surely right out of the gates, we can help you get to that district manager level, that first rung there that's mentioned. Now, and this is just like, even just as a regular consultant, like even without these management levels, you can make a great extra couple $100 a month, you know, just sharing the product with a couple people. And then there's, you know, district manager level, which we're helping folks get to within their first 1 to 3 months. And that's anywhere from $250 to $1,000 a month income. And then you have area manager, which is where Allison and I are. I'm actually an executive area and she's an area manager. And that's between $1,000 to $4,000 range. And that's even something that people are promoting to much more quickly because of our virtual building tools, you know, that have just made it so much easier to build a business and reach out to people. And so that's a really great level because you can even will your income at that level. So like, because it's residual, it becomes that compound thing. And so if something were to happen to you, then you could certainly will your business to any beneficiary because that income will continue to come in. And I'll tell you, when I really caught the vision of what the business could do for us as a family is like years and years ago, like 10 years ago, we just had like the year from hell. We lost my mother-in-law, my grandmother. I was having postpartum. It was like right after we had my son. And it was a time where I really couldn't focus on business. I mean, it was kind of a really yucky phase. And I couldn't focus. And literally like the residuals from building the business for a couple years already, they kept the income coming in when I just couldn't focus to build. And so that's when I caught the beauty of having a business like this and why I'm super passionate about it, you know, ever more every day is because of that. And so, so then regional vice president, that's our next step. And we are looking at that like for us as a team in the next few months, like the next 3 months, we anticipate being at that regional vice president level. That's a $4,000 to $8,000 a month income. So that's where you actually get into replacing full-time incomes for a lot of people. That's also when you get the car, the Mercedes of your choice. So if you need a new car, there's a way to earn one. And then there's the national vice president level, which is an average income of $22,000 a month. So and that's not the cap, that's just the average. So there's people that make more than that. So this is like huge, you guys. And of course it takes a little bit more time to get there. But I mean, we even have just had more recently in the last couple of years, people are promoting to that national vice president level like way faster. Like, you know, instead of it taking 3-4 years, we've had people promoting to that level in a year or two. So it's really awesome. And I've been an area manager for a long time. That was that we really needed as a family. So I was cool just kind of staying at that level. Always wanted the bigger picture and kind of pushed for it a couple times. But that's where the personal growth comes in. It's building the belief and like really being ready and committed to go for it. So that's where we're at right now, is we're going to this top level, to the national vice president level. And we're just looking at anybody that wants to come with us. So that's what the compensation looks like. And you guys already kind of know about the history of, you know, who we are as a product line, and just know like I'm so freaking excited about our new owners. So the guy, Peter Mork, and his family are pictured here. He was our founder. He had passed a couple years ago, and his son is still really involved with our company. But his heart, you guys, it is still so much the core and the foundation of what we are as a company and what we're all about. Like, he just wanted to give people an extraordinary opportunity and have really good pure products to offer. And like his heart, like he loved like babies, and like he would actually like hold babies at conferences and stuff. Like he was just an amazing guy, and like just real authentic, and just but a visionary. And so our new owners that we have that have taken us under their wing since last year. Our new CEO, he reminds me so much of our founder. And so we are, guys, we are just, I feel like even after 40 years in business, I feel like we're just scratching the surface. Like there's so much room for growth. They're going to be helping us grow globally. And there's no it's like you think globally, well, gosh, I know only a couple people here, but who do those people know? And who do those people know? It's like, where do you have all these connections? Like, second, third, fourth degree connections. And wherever we're in operations, you can have a business, you can have clientele. So you have people all over the world on your team. So it's so exciting. And so I'm going to close out. I'll wrap it up here with really just kind of the 4 levels of engagement. Of course, I'm going to start at number 4 and go up to number 1. So 4, of course, just being a client, just using the product. I think you guys are all kind of past like just that level of engagement because many of you already are just a shopper and you've been loving the products and you buy your team in. But for the people that you're sharing this with, like, that's cool. Like if they just want to be a client, that's cool. And we'll just help them, with their health inside out. Right. And then be a connector is, if this is not for you, or if it's not the right time for you, then it's a matter of thinking like, okay, who else could possibly benefit? Like either from the program, the skincare, from business, right? So, and just thinking of, as you share this with other people, as a consultant, maybe it's right for every person that you connect with, but they might know somebody. And so it's just a matter of sharing that opportunity to be a connector. And we have great referral perks for that. And then the consultant, of course, I think some of you are already consultants. I know some of you already are. And so now that next step is just looking like, okay, what do you want to really do with this? And do you want to do it like just a little bit, or do you want to do it like medium, or do you want to do it big? And so we'll connect with you guys on that. Versus, really being a business partner. It says recruiter here. I like to think of us more as sponsors, where we're mentors, and partners, where we're really partnering up to really build this baby together and go as big as you want. So that's what we have for you. Those are just kind of the different levels of engagement. And I'm going to open it up for questions, comments. I see we have another one that joined in. So yes, questions. Terry, Caitlin, you guys have any questions?
No, I don't have any questions.
No? Awesome.
Kate, are you there? There she is.
Okay.
Good morning.
Sorry, I had it muted. The boys are going crazy. So
That's okay. We know that
That's
feeling.
life. We know that. That is life. That's one thing that I do want to add in is that the lifestyle business and opportunity that you do around your life. You do it in the crannies of your day, in your life, or around your kids, and you make it work for you. And that's one thing that I love is that you allow your business to work for you and create that life that you really want. And it's fun. Like I know as a mom, I love bringing my daughter to events, and she helps, and she loves putting on the makeup, and and it's teaching her good healthy habits too as well, that drip down to your family, not just your immediate family, but drift up into your family. It allows you to really influence others in a positive way, and through introducing them to not only the nutrition but healthy living inside and out, and the opportunity, it just allows you to influence others people's lives and make a difference that you really have no idea that can be made. I mean, I didn't even know Toni a year ago, or Carrie. You have no idea how this can grow and enrich your life. So yeah, we really just invite you to think about it. Think about where you might see yourself. Dream bigger, because we all have a choice, and we all get to either use this as a plan B, to prepare for impact, or to be able to dream bigger. And, if you're in a place right now where you are, like, think about if you keep doing what you're doing, where you're going to see yourself in a year from now or 5 years from now. And will you be happy then? So, because this is really an opportunity to have you, not start to think, well, what if it doesn't work? We really want you to start to think about, well, what if this does? I mean, what could happen? Like, really, like, what could happen if I embraced this and I was coachable and I jumped in and just was courageous? I mean, what could happen for my life? It's really fun to look and see. So we appreciate all of you for jumping in, and Toni and myself and Joy, and we're here to support you, and wherever you see yourself going, and we're ready to lock arms with you and grow, certainly, if that's something that you want to do. And we really are grateful for all of you, and I'm grateful for you, Toni and Joy, and we'll connect you afterwards. So think about where you see yourself.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we can give you anybody that's like ready to just like roll. Like, all right, what's it look like to get started? Like, we can, either do that individually, or if there's a couple of you that are ready to kind of look at that next step, then we can always reconvene and, do like another one of these where we actually go into a little bit of the process of like, okay, how do we actually get you started, and what does that look like? But I'll tell you, it's really simple. It's really just, if you've already experienced products, it's just sharing your journey with the product and inviting people to take a look. That's all that it is. It's such a simple process to get started.
That's kind of how like all this like came about for me, because literally I've been talking to everyone that's watching this video. I've been talking to them this week about I said last month, for instance, like my journey started because I needed to do some healthy just for me. Never had any intentions of being a consultant, never had any intentions of selling any products. I was like, okay, 2 weeks into my 30 days, I was like, I really like this. I'm going to upgrade my account because I'm going to continue it because I noticed positive changes in my life. Things are going great. I posted my results. People came out of the woodwork, and I was like, okay, so now what? So now this next step. And then, like, I was just telling, pretty much everyone that's watching this video or going to watch this video, literally, I said to them, yeah, or what was it? Sometime this week, I said, because whenever the commissions or whatever hit, I have it go right to the Arbonne card, and then you like transfer it. Well, like, I never touch it. It just sits there. And then I looked and I was like, okay, wait a minute. Where did all this come from? Number one. Number two, how did this happen? And number three, this is something real. This is something big. And we can really, if we all do together, we can blow this out of the water. So, like,
I love it because it has so much for everybody. It's not just like us. It's for the babies. It's for everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was, and that's what I said to all the girls. I was like, look, I was like, we can do this. And then I was telling them about Joy's event at the club. I was like, I'm ready to go hit every fitness club and go like, look, we can do a stand and blah, blah, blah. And I said, however, I need to get my fat ass to the gym because I'm like, Allison and Joy are like this big. So I was like, we'll just send Kate out.
We all have our journey. We all have our journey.
And we all have different ways of inspiring other people.
Too.
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
I'm excited to try the face product.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's actually when I first came into Arbonne. Same thing with Allison, was the face products. And I mean, it was such a transition, even within just like a few weeks, that it's like, okay, you're onto something when you see that much of a difference that fast. And so it's like that with both the skincare and the nutrition. And it's like, you guys, I've had clients with me for years. Like, I've had some of my clients have been with me since day one, like 10, 12, 13 years. It's crazy. Like, because they work and they're good for you. So it's like they go online, they self-serve, they order. I don't carry inventory. It ships right to them. And you know what? And it's a good thing that I can feel good about it because I know they're using a product that's good for them. So
you can trust it. It's trust. Trust is priceless with a brand, with credibility, with sharing. I mean, we all share things every single day that we use, that we recommend to people.
Yeah, and it's a fail.
Your own store where somebody, instead of going to Target or wherever, Sephora, or getting like crappy chemical filled products
that's exactly it.
where they don't have support system. Why not buy them from your own store or your friend's store or someone's store in the United Kingdom? It's just word of mouth, which is really great.
Yeah, support. Yeah, it is. Yeah, retailers don't need money.
And I keep telling like Kate and Carrie, I was like, I am so hooked on the face. I use RE9 cleanser, the face cleanser, because I started using the serum, the RE serum, and then Alice is in my office, and I'm telling her how awesome this serum is, and I'm like, I use it every night and every morning, and I love it. And then she's like, what do you wash your face with? And I'm like, shit, I use Dove. I've got to get the cleanser. I'm like, damn it. So I went and bought the cleanser, and now I'm hooked. I'm telling you, like, at first I was, and it's the same thing with the nutrition. When people are like, well, how does it make you feel? And I'm like, I can't describe it. You have to experience it on your own. Like, you've got to see what I'm feeling, experience what I'm feeling to know how good I feel. And then, people hit that day 4 and they're like, oh my God, that's amazing. And I'm like, that's the feeling I was talking about. But it's the same thing with the face products. Like, I used it and I was like, my face feels so clean, like clean in a way that it's never been before. It's a whole different feeling, and you can't explain it until you try it yourself. So I'm excited because I know this group of women, like, we all are go-getters. We all, take that aside, who doesn't want extra money? And I know with us supporting each other and us supporting the brand, a brand that is good to stand by. Like, I don't promote things that I don't truly believe in. And this is something that I 110% believe in, because honestly, even when I was going through my 30 days, I told Allison, I don't know how many times, I'm emotional. Sorry.
You're so
I can't, because she changed my life. Because I was so sick for a year. I was so sick. And just this one product, this one change in my lifestyle. For November, I haven't taken any medicine. I haven't had to rely on other things to make me feel better. Just from that. And like, I truly wholeheartedly believe in this product. And that's why I am ready to just hit the ground running and knock this out of the park. I really am. And I want to surround myself with people that have that same passion that I know will do the same thing. I know believe in it because they're all seeing it. They're all doing it. So that's
we love you.
Oh my gosh, you got me all like teary, Toni.
I know.
Like, for real, that's why I love this business, because you get to see people grow. Yep. And you get to see people get better and get healthier, and you have a part in that, and it is so fulfilling. And it's the same way with the business, and you see people grow, and their vision expands for what's possible, and it's just like it's like a thrill. It's so fulfilling. It's so awesome. I got like goosebumps right now because I'm just like so fired up. So I'm really excited that you guys got to tune in, and you guys can catch the video and stuff, the recording. Like, yeah, and we as a team, we're on fire. Allison and I are ready to just freaking take this thing all the way out, and just guide you guys to whatever level of success that you want for your lives. And we're delighted, we're honored, we're pleasure. It's an awesome thing to be a part of and to share. So we're just excited that you got to tune in. So yay.
Awesome. All right, I'm gonna end it here, and just thank you, everybody. This is very special. We're gonna look back on this. We're gonna have this video. We're gonna look back on it, and we're gonna be like, oh my gosh, this is where it started.
Where it all began.
Like, remember when?
The first thing is that we need to come up with a team name. We need a team name. I need to update my Facebook page into the Happy, Healthy, Inspired with Toni to our team name. And then I got to make you all admins because we're gonna knock this out of the park.
Yep. All the time, girl. All the time. You're good.
All the time. We're good. We're good. And we're here to help you. So that's the thing. There's a system. There's a way to go about doing this, and that's what is. I mean, we've learned from the best, and so now we get to teach and all grow together. So it's very exciting. Well, thank you all for joining. I'm going to stop the recording.